What's up, everybody? I'm your host, tournament organizer, tournament host, everything caster. Excuse me, Senior Doom. Coming a little too live tonight here for the Challenge of Doom as we're getting ready to start this tournament. And you might be saying to yourself, like, and who wants to play a challenge at whatever it's called, Tuesday night at 8:40, 8:35 at night? Quite a few people, actually. You'd be quite surprised. So we are getting ready here. We're gonna have our first round here, starting about a minute and a half. Ignore the clock in the bottom right. It's accurate for once the round starts, and we'll hopefully see some good action tonight, see some good decks, and we'll see what happens. How many people we got already? We've got 103 registrations and about 52 people ready. So if you are on the wait list, now is the time to submit and check in still. We have people who are not submitting or have submitted deck lists and haven't checked in. They need to make sure to do both. I'm not sure if everyone knew. We usually don't start checking until about 20-30 minutes before the tournament starts, just because in the past, if we start an hour early, someone checks in and then never gets in, never plays, and that takes away from players who want to. What's up, Cash? Hopefully you're having a good night. So yeah, currently we are about 12 people short from a full 64. So if you haven't, like I said, if you haven't checked in, deck list, get in on it, get ready to go. Because we are ready here at the Tournament of Doom. I mean, the Challenge of Doom. Tournament of Doom's our older brother, our Friday older brother. Yeah, like we have 103 people. I just don't know why it's not saying as many people are ready. I am actually going to go double check here. Like here, chat. I'll even show you. Like we go in. Yeah, that might be some rants. Might sit here, old man it. I'm ranting right now. Is like, why aren't people checking in or submitting your list? Like, there will be late registrations. Like, I think this is the first time when we haven't filled up. And I'm just trying to make sure. Yeah, 11 spots. I'm going to give it like another minute here. So this is like what it is. I think some people forget. I almost forgot to set the check-in start. The thing is, like, we have 66 deck lists. So that means like there's enough players. I mean, just like, I'm just making sure everything's here. Otherwise, players can join afterwards. You can join every time afterwards. I'm just giving people one last chance to make sure. Don't want that first round loss. So we'll give it one more time. And here's a little bit of a rant. Start us off. Just so we can have the book rant. Running online tournaments shouldn't be so fucking hard. But people sit there and they have to, they won't think about anything that deals with the program. They won't think about anything that deals with like online people. And they will just sit there and just run it like pure shit. Like I've played in some tournaments that are just completely horrible. And I've had some horrible judging, and from the sound of it, I've had more than just Cash this week come out to me and say, hey, I've had issues with other people's tournaments from various different things. So we will see from that, but the tournament is live. I am not going to wait any more longer. Anyone else can get in. We'll go ahead and find ourselves a match. So Callie's usually good. Callie's up against Thick Boy 503. Thick Boy is playing a deck. Oh, okie dokie. Okay, you know what? I want to reach out to Callie. Right off the bat. Callie is a good player. Callie's playing a deck I want to play. Yeah, people will always F up. Always will. But like I feel like there needs to be a guide or something for all these tournaments. Just be like, hey, this is how it is. This is what it does. This is how like I take care of it. This is how maybe we should get everyone together and take care of it. Forgot to press start to the round. So yeah, like, just make sure I got the game. I'm getting the game set up. Make sure that he's not technically stream sniping. Again, thank you though, Thick Boy, being able to stream as well. That makes me good to know. That is a possibility we can get you on it as well. Thick Boy 503. Doot, 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 doot. Excuse me. I'm gonna cough my head off here. All right. It's your first tournament. That's great. And like some people are still kind of checking in. Like I said, like we didn't hit capacity. I think some people get freaked out a little bit because like there's a cap. There is a serious cap, and the cap's there because I don't want to run too many rounds. But yes, good luck, cozy. And if anything, this is a tournament to do it in. It's 6 rounds. There's no top cut. You can play some fun. It's low stakes. Who's joining me today? I'm running solo today. It's a we had someone scheduled, but they had to back out, and I'm just gonna run it solo. Use it to rant, talk about things, do whatever I want. Part of the problem is right now we're in that time of year where everyone's getting sick, and so it's just like, hey, yeah, I'd love to come on Doom, and they're like, oh no, I'm sick now, and I understand, like I'm still fighting off of stuff myself. I'm not 100%. Like you'll still hear me cough like every once in a while. Respiratory diseases kick my ass. What's up, Sonny? Oh my god, that's so naughty. See, like you probably heard it there. All right. So we got the Okie Dokie going up against Lugia here. They did hit the heads on the Capture Aroma. Probably going to see the Squawk season here. Go ahead and get rid of those Archeops. Oh, not a great hand. Not a great hand. Well, I understand. Book, I understand. This is late, as it is for most people. That's the other issue. Is it's Tuesday at late night on a late night. Let me see who we have scheduled up. Friday we have Franco Lamas. Then we're essentially off for 2 weeks. We won't have a Tournament of Doom on Friday, November 1st. Because I have to be single dad that night. Can't do anything. So that weekend's gone. Then the next week, on November 5th, we're going to have Poseidon Mythos. So we'll be back for that. And then on the 9th and 10th is the Regional of Doom. So then we'll have the first regional of this series. So that will be up then. And then we'll be back on schedule, which then Friday, November 15th, we have Horse Girl Hannah. And Friday, November 29th, we have Girl Gamer Law have been scheduled. And I have to schedule a few other people, so. Or if you're interested in it, reach out to Pokemans, and Pokemans does a lot of the scheduling. We can. Right now, the first place prize is actually the Champions Terrapagos mat. Currently, I'm trying to run it as close to a regular regional as I can, even though, to be blunt and honest, normal regionals suck ass. Like, the new system doesn't feel good at all. It just feels horrendous. And like, I'm having to mimic that system because the whole point of the Doom Championship Series is to essentially prove that we can run an online tournament series, that we can run one where there's a standardized rulings, where we have an audience watching. So like on average, I'm like right there to making partner. And like, you might be sitting there going, why do you want partner, Doom? What's so special about that? It's more to prove that there's a viability for the league for this. I'm running nearly partner numbers, running a tournament till 2-3 in the morning. So it's just like, okay, you've done that. What more do you want? And we have tons of players. We have the point system. We're following Pokemon's point system. So it's not like we're sitting here like, oh yeah, no, we're not doing that system. No, we're following Pokemon's point system. 100%. So I'm on 4 times, Sunny. It sucks. So, and then we're gonna follow their put it bluntly, their screwed up regional. And it's gonna suck for people. I'm gonna have people complain about it, and I'm literally gonna be like, yeah, I understand, but it's what it is. There's only so much we can do. The new point system is the same. The point system is the same. It's now the issue comes into places like what's some of the stuff? Like you have so many best finish limits. You can only win if you win a regional, especially a Doom regional, that's an automatic invite. But if you don't, it's like, okay, I have to get my best regional. And if you can't run multiple regionals and try to get a better best finish limit every time, you're kind of screwed. Either like I only go to one regional. I can only go to one regional. Or 2, depending if there's Portland. So that gives me 2 shots. I could max out my cups. I can max out my challenges around here. I've come close multiple times. I'm actually on a cup drought for the last like year. And it sucks. Like I've had a lot of second places, not a lot of wins, but that's me. So yeah, I'll be at Vancouver 100%. Vancouver's a beautiful city, beautiful place. I don't care if I day 2 that one or not. I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna love it. It's gonna be so good. I was actually looking at hotels. Portland isn't on schedule. No. So like I can't do Portland, and Portland's easy for me because I can drive to it. I can drive to Portland. I can drive to Vancouver. Portland, it's I would say definitely a worse part of a lesser part of the city. For sure, but Vancouver isn't it's just a beautiful area, and I love the Pacific Northwest. The Pacific Northwest is probably my favorite area in the world. Now, if Portland shows up on schedule, that'd be great. I'll 100% want to go. But, I mean, well, what else can I do? Limitations of having a disabled child. Which this comes full Pacific Northwest. I've born and raised here. Right? Like, okay, Buck, put it this way. The place we ate in Portland is somewhere where we could go and eat the entire regional, right? No worries. But Vancouver, ooh, the food is just so much more decadent. But again, okay, here we go, back on my rant, back to my full circle. Because of the limitations of people being able to go to regionals, having an online experience that is competitive in some way would be a better alternative to just making sure everything is going through IRL cards. And then on top of that, by having an experience like that, it shows a commitment from TPCI that they're going to make live better. That's what they're going to do. And that's what we want. It's a lot of energy on that. Oh, because he needs the darkness energy. So by having a commitment to online league, having a commitment to this client being better, like one of the easiest things they could do is cut expanded, start expanded players, and really focus on just getting standard to work. And like, I know they have a new creative director for their games division. I actually like kind of I have like a second connection or something with them through LinkedIn. It's like one of my buddies was talking to him. I was like, oh, so I kind of know this person maybe a little bit. So hopefully it's a new person. The last one they had that I know of was like heavier, more focused on like casino games. So you ended up with a person who's like design style and everything was like more focused to like pay to win. Oh yeah, this game is hilarious. I'm not even like half paying attention to it. We're seeing Okidogi take on Lugia and like it's taking one prize here and it's still fighting to take like another one. As we're seeing Archeops coming with Speedwing because it's fighting resistant. And they're trying to get the Cinccino up to be able to go ahead and take some KOs. But so maybe we'll see something. Maybe we'll see something more. Maybe we'll see something different from them. But you never know. Here's the thing. Even creative leadership still takes like a year to 2 years before you start feeling effects from them. Excuse me again. And how do I know? Because we just got new creative leadership at my job, and we will probably start seeing effects from them here. Like we're starting to, but like we're talking like 6-7 months. We're doing some reorg, we're doing some other stuff, and like getting people into positions where they'll help the most. And that's what takes time. So like you can sit there and be like, oh yeah, it's great, cool, they got a new creative director, live's gonna turn around right away. No, it's gonna take time. And like until we see those results, we can't think of anything. And even then, a creative director might only fix the UI, might fix some of the issues. Like that's it. They won't fix the programming issues. They won't fix the card logic. That's not on them. What's up, Nose Crew? I don't think normal Guardy even works now, to be honest. And honestly, I've been playing a lot of Lugia lately. That's part of the reason why I wanted to see Callie play. As Callie's trying to figure out what their best move here is. They can probably attack here with the Chinchino. Get the Chinchino set up. Another one set up. Get some energy out there. Hopefully take a KO on the Mimikyu. But now the next issue is you still have to go through another Okidogi. Maybe 2. And we'll have to see what happens here. And in the end, do I ever think we'll see online stuff? Probably not. It sucks, but I want it to. Yeah, they worked on it for like 5 years. Which the technician in me, the like working on stream stuff, I want to see how it works. And like, I still think the setup, the new setup, just takes up too much space still. And like some people are like, oh, I can't see the hand or anything like that. I just think it just takes up too much space. You don't need that much space for that much information. And as much information they have on there isn't enough. Is enough. Like, I luck out. We're running live. You can see at least the starting hand. Right? We can see this person's hand. We can see the amount of cards left in each deck. We can see the prizes. We can see if their V-star's been used. We can't really see the lost zone numbers. I'll give or take that. The only way for me to do that is to pay super extra attention and manually adjust it every time, which we've done before, so that's not out of the realm of possibility. Excuse me. So it's like, okay, how do we want to handle that? I'm gonna snooze this ad so everyone here who's already in chat. I'm working on a little bit of a change here for the regional. I'm trying to think of like different ways of putting things. Like I kind of want to put the next round clock somewhere, and like I might put it over the hand on the bottom. But again, that's information. It might actually go in the lower left hand corner. Might be a good place because I need somewhere also to keep the sponsors on there. Now here's the issue. What's Kelly's move here? They're weak to fighting. Oh, we'll see the concession. There's the concession. Okie dokie coming in with the big first round win here over Lugia. Sadly, Lugia took the L. And hey, look, there's the Okie dokie deck. Yeah, there's no moves left. There's nothing left they could do. They both played it well, and it just happened the Okie dokie ended up winning in the end. The Okie dokie got set up really well, to be honest. Let's go ahead and look at the metagame. We haven't even looked at the metagame yet, as we still got about 10-ish minutes left in the round. As we do see, Palkia Dusknoir is number 1. Snorlax Stall is number 2 tonight. Dragapult Pidgeot scene number 4. Regidrago scene Dragapult Pidgeot scene 3. Regidrago 4. Charizard Pidgeot our 5th most played. Rageable Ogerpon. It's kind of a fair spread tonight, to be honest. I felt that Okidogi could have, one bad Iona would have took it out of the game. Somebody's playing this Lunatone Solrock. We're going to update the standings where decks are handling as they are. See you later, Book. I always appreciate it. Have you here, man. We always sit there and rant all we want. Most of my rants are around online play nowadays because it's where my primary focus is. Excuse me again. I'm still coughing. Snorlax Sol is currently 1-3. Wow. Didn't see that coming. I actually need to update the countdown timer. Give me a moment here. I'm actually behind. Boop. There we go. Correct time. I know. I was like hoping it would because I saw the Okidogi on stream. And it was so good. Will you run Tatsuguri? Miss Doom's face? Only when I start the streams. I figure if I'm casting and you're seeing my face, you're more focused on my face than you are my casting or my rants. Whereas at least with when I'm sitting there ranting, there's still gameplay going on. You can still watch and see things. Because I went through and bought like a nice webcam like a year and a half ago. And then I haven't used it as much. I do have a list of yeah, Serena first seed right now. Let's take a look at that. A list of like videos I need to make. And like one of them is like online judging calls, how I run them and how I keep them fair. Another one is just in general about the Doom Championship series. That one's been like way too long out. I need to have it set up here before the regional. I actually want it like to be as the opening video. It's like, welcome to the Doom Championship series regional championship. Our competitors will be competing for a prize and go cards and all that other stuff. I might actually have time. Time here shortly because we're kind of winding down a little bit from holiday, but then we also got to get ready for post-holiday. And post-holiday is going to be a lot of fun. It's like we take everything we just made for holiday and you take off everything from holiday. And you're just like, yeah, no, I'm good. See, that's the other problem is like I should really be cutting up like the best matchup from these. I should, or I need to pay someone to do it. And then just put it on YouTube because this is on YouTube. Hi, YouTube. If you're on YouTube, you can say hi too. I know you're there. I have your chat open. Yeah, that's fine. Let's see what you're playing tonight. You're playing Iron Thorns? What's the Iron Thorns? Oh, I've seen this one. I ran into this one on ladder where you play the Iron Thorns and the Dragapult with the heavy Crispin line. I played against this. I got my to be blunt, my ass kicked. I was playing Charizard Pidgeot. I was like, oh yeah, nope. And here's the other thing, like I don't want to find someone who will do the editing for free, purely because as a creative director and just everything in general, I'm not going to ask someone to do it for free for exposure. What is the Christian Kerbos deck? Oh, we got some Wug Trio out there. Got some Ogerpon Noivern. Savid with the Hisuian Samurott. The man, the myth, the legend. As it looks like we finally filled up here, a little late, but still. Well, Cozy, if the easiest way to know the date for it is the Saturday after a set releases. So Surging Sparks is legal for the next regional. And Surging Sparks comes out on that Thursday. On live that Friday IRL. We used to do the week later, but we ran it a week in advance, the weekend after, and people thought it was more fun with worlds and stuff. They're like, I had less time, I could be more experimental. I wasn't coming in with like a deck that was already like seeing archetypes because of other online tournaments, including my own. So in general, the response was more positive, so we moved it so it'd be that same week. So whatever the next set is comes out, full set, not half sets. That will be the one afterwards. So I don't think it's Prismatic Evolution, it's Scarlet and Violet 9. No, wait. Is Prismatic Evolution a full set or a half set? And like the other problem is, if Scarlet and Violet 9 come out the same weekend as Vancouver, we'll have to hold it back. Because I can't, I'll be in Vancouver. And then I can't do it like the next week. So maybe, we'll see how Prismatic Evolution is. But that would be January 17th. So that would be January 18th and 19th. Because Scarlet Violet 9 is supposedly March 2025. Here, I'll just put the whole release calendar up. This is according to JustinBasil.com. I do too. I think Prismatic is going to be a mini set. Because even here, they say first mini set of 2025. The timing makes sense for that. So we will see, because again, like, Vancouver's my priority. As we are currently waiting on 2 games to finish up here. I'm gonna go see what they are. They're probably stalls. Bolt Up and King Heracross. What's up, day camp? Going pretty well. It's a ranty kind of night, so we've already ranted about some stuff. We'll rant about some more. I do need to see if Bolt Up is streaming and see how his game is going real quick. You can try it. You can see it here. I'm just watching here to make sure what's happening. Yeah. He's even saying it is a draw. Watching that, if he has no win condition, This all right, this is where I'll explain how it goes. Because his opponent was in his actions right now, if he had a way to win the game with his actions here, like in the next minute, then we would say, okay, that's a win. Thanks for at least telling me that, King Heracross. I saw in your thing anyways. I at least write down notes on people who do that. So, like, if it comes up again, then I know there's a possibility that it's something else. But if that's all there, good, all good there. I think Bolt Up is all good as well, again, because we saw it. We're going ahead and pair up the next round and get our next thing. So let's go ahead and find our matchup here. I don't want to get Savid on yet. I would like to see him win a couple more. We did just watch Thick Boy. Jam is running the Dragapult Dusknoir. He is up against Banette Gardevoir with Jolly Flying Man. You know what? I haven't had Jam on in a while. Jam's one of the greatest Tournament of Doom players of all time. Up there. See how Banette Gardevoir does against it. Because Dragapult's a little bit different than Charizard. How it goes through and accelerates energy, but it is a little bit item heavy. So we'll check it out and we'll see how the game goes. And I'll let both players know that they get the extra time that comes with the stream. Literally, Jam's status on the Discord table is, I don't know how to play against this deck. Which, you know what, to be honest, there's a lot of decks I don't know how to play against. I mean, I ran into an attacking Dusknoir deck today. I was like, oh hey, this is interesting. Like it was attacking and taking KOs when it needed to, like using like its own knockout, and it ran pretty well. I was like maybe a little bit lucky, but they still in the end won. What's your? I love when people use the statuses. You don't want to watch? Maybe I do. All right, we see the monkey. See the Polt. Radiant Alakazam might actually be a good one for this matchup. If only because they will probably have large hand sizes themselves. So I'm not against putting the Radiant Alakazam out there. Maybe hit him with the Iono. I kind of like the Radiant Alakazam, but we do see the Rotom. Okay. The question is, do you feel comfortable here hitting him with Iono? How bad is their hand? Now, if they don't get hit the item lock here, Jam should be in a good place here to get be able to start attacking with the Dragapult. And the question is, do they have a switch out, and do they have the ability to get to it? We see the Banette, see the Ralts, see the Poffins. Spiritomb is going to effectively shut off the Rotom V from drawing any more cards. As we see another Shuppet come down. And the pass. Oh, this is exactly what Jam needed here. He's going to be able to go ahead and get all kinds of setup. Start getting the attack off. Now the question is, does he want to prioritize that Dusknoir or not? I would feel an Ultra Ball, the Tatsugiri, and Dreepy would be fine. You don't need another Dragapult. You can get the Dracloak out, and that sets you up a little bit better here in the future. If only because then you also get a draw 2, and if you attach the basic Psychic Energy, you can still be set up there as well. Now the question becomes, do you want to take 2 prizes this turn, or do you want to set up that Banette to be able to be KO'd next turn? Because they're not going to Poltergeist you to KO. They're going to probably try to item lock you, if not try to lock something into the active. I feel like you found him dive here. You put 5 onto the there we go, 5 there, and yeah, 1 on the Ralts, because you know the Banette's coming up. Banette's going to come up and going to start attacking. Which again, the Dracloak prizes is good too. All right, did you get the Kirlia set up? The Kirlia is going to prevent a easy secondary KO, but now Jam is probably wanting to set up to take out both the Banette and the Shuppet at the same turn. Poltergeist isn't going to do much. I don't know why you would attach the energy there. Yep, there we go. Let's see. Now we're looking for the possibility of a stop here. Do not have a way of putting the board on. The board, I believe, was also discarded. But they do have access still to the V-Star. No, take the temple. All right, so we'll see a hard retreat here, preserving the Star Alchemy for 1 more turn. And we will see the Temple of Sinnoh, which will deactivate any luminous energy that Jolly Flying Man will have access to. As we will see here, they're going to see both attackers. They're just not going to have any attackers here. Well, okay, you know what? Gardevoir can still attack. The Dragapult's taking a very commanding lead very quickly. There's the Big Guardy. Big Guardy does two-shot a Dragapult, but Dragapult also does enough damage to it to end the game very quickly. Also, we are one V-Star away. Oh, there goes the V-Star. Goodbye, Forest Seal. Oh, didn't go after the Forest Seal Stone. I understand going after the Sparkling Clear slowly makes them have to find that energy, but currently they are sitting easily on it, and then they have the ability to V-Star still, which will probably be for the boss's orders in game. Easily bring up the Mew. That's 200 damage there. Bring up the Ralt, 60 onto the Spirit Tomb. Night Stretcher as well. Gonna use the Dusclops. No other reason other than to just put damage on the Gardevoir. So many outs. Gem takes it. Quick 6-0. So let's go ahead and find another match. Let's go ahead and see how Cash's game is going. As we got Dragapult Pidgeot here going up against, it looks like straight Gardevoir. I'll go ahead and update the players' names here in just 1 second. Yeah, isn't it like because Candy Lock will work better on something like Charizard versus something like this? Right, not having one Ralt side opening turn was horrible. Which right now it's looking like Cash is having a very good time going through and setting up their board state here. They're still missing a Pidgeot, but they have almost everything else. And having the ability here to use Recon Directive, always good. Like, I think Recon Directive is highly underrated for a lot of Dragapult decks, and having access to it, especially almost every turn, just is good. If you didn't play during the Pidgey Airmail time, well, that's essentially what it is. I'm a little bit surprised we haven't seen a Dracloak control set up yet. Maybe we'll see it in the future. I don't know. But I feel like a Dracloak Pidgey Airmail control is not that far off. Excuse me. Right. There's it seems like they're setting up for Recon Directive to be like a little bit better here in the future. So we may see it, we may not, who knows. It will be interesting. And that's like, it's something I hope to see more from the game design here in the future. Like, I don't like Snorlax block control. I thought Pidgeot Airmail or Pidgeotto Airmail was better. Like, you could have outs to it. It just drew a lot of cards. Okay, they did have that, but I still feel like I had more of a chance against Airmail with any deck than I ever do against block. He might have wrote him just to prevent using Phantom Dive and putting free damage out there for them to move. Only thing I can think of. Maybe trying to get, like, go after the Monkey Dory before they go after Ralts and everything else. Now you do have the issue here of this Drifloon. But do they have enough to set up the Drifloon here? Like, the best move here, or best top deck for Cash here, is something, I mean, like, okay, he can thin a bit, but he's not going to get there. Recon Directive. Gets the Ultra Ball. Okay, he must have a Pidgey in the discard. Yeah, he does. Okay, there's a Pidgeot. Pidgeot, easy enough there. You're going to want probably Boss's Orders up the Monkey Dory. You can take that and the Drifloon out this turn. And then on top of that, you have the Earthen Vessel that can get you the Fire Energy. Oh, come on. Cash, I wanted to get aggressive. Well, might as well Earthen Vessel here. Unless he is out of bosses. We came into this game late and we don't know if he has any bosses currently. Which, there's the boss. I'm telling you. I'm saying now. You boss up that monkey. You can take out the Drifloon. But then alternatively, you do wipe all the damage off the board, and there is the Ralts. Regardless, the Drifloon needs to be KO'd. So I'm not against what Cash did here. I kind of personally would have probably went after the Monkey Dory, just because the Monkey Dory has a little bit more going around. But the way Cash is set up now, double Dragapult, has access, a possibility of KOing the Ralts on top of it, taking a nice 2-price turn here. We'll have to see what happens. He also set up himself to be Iono proof with the Bibarel. That's a possibility, Jam. He probably wants to save the boss. That's what I don't know. I don't know if he had already used it or if he plays 2 of, because there's a couple lists now of Dragapult that are playing 2 of boss. He played 2 boss, 2 counter. And to be honest, yeah, I mean, I was playing a little bit more aggressive in a different way. Okay, see, like having two. The one thing he did do, I will agree with, was putting the Bibarel down, the Bibarel, because having the Bibarel was more long-term thinking on the possibility that if he gets Iono'd, he has an out. Because there we go. Also, Arceus demands boss for game 100%. I'll go ahead and update the standings here, see where everyone's at. Currently, we got a Ogerpon Noivern number 1, Turbo Rainmoon number 2, Jam coming in at number 3, with a Dragapult Dusknoir, Supercell Cambo with Snorlax Stall, Savi 2-0 with a Hisuian Samurott, Baronac Crypto coming in with Raging Bolt, Broccoli 1997 with Regidrago, and Ponart TCG with the Iron Thorns Regidrago. Or not Regidrago, Dragapult. Cali did see the bounce back. It's the Bubba on their first tournament back at the 1-1. JMU Boy with their stall at 1-1. Mr. Dutchy coming in with Charizard Pidgeot at 1-1. King Heracross gets a win, 101. Philip Hore Taverna team 2-0 with its Serena. Looking for any other things. Stillwaters 1-1 with the Snorlax stall. A lot of stall tonight. I don't know what about challenges brings out stall, but something about challenges brings out stall. Don't ask me why. It always does. Yeah, we caught the end of it, Cozy. Or a little bit later into it. See, I just can't bring myself to it. Like, I'll play a couple games with Block Wax, and I just can't do it. I just don't know why. Like, I could. At some point, maybe I should. Right, the new build that came out from Sander this weekend. Which here, I'll bring that up here in a second. If you haven't seen it. So the new standard build here completely gets rid of Rotom. But you use stuff like Boxed Order, Hero's Cape, the Fan, Lucky Helmet. Ah, that makes sense. I hate those kind of matches. The only deck you can kind of do that against is Control somewhat, but not that often. See, after finding out about Jubilife, I didn't realize how good Jubilife could be. We are currently waiting on 3 matches. It looks like we're moving pretty fast through it tonight. Which is always good, chat. Let's see what metagame-wise was shaking. Palkia Dusknoir's 2-10-1. Wow. I really thought Palkia Dusknoir would do better tonight. Ogerpun Noivern 2-0. That's to happen. Turbo Roaring Moon currently 201. Tropico's Dusknoir 0-3. Dusknoir games are just like just not having it tonight. Like Dragon Ball Pidgeot kinda 6-4. Oh, Dogi take the L this round. Dang it. I won't lie, I'm kind of going for the Dogi. We got a Cloth Electrode here, 1-1. As we've kind of seen it fall off a little bit. Gouging Fire, what was it, the 0-1 drop maybe? Nope. Still playing up against Wancho. I didn't even realize Wancho was playing tonight. Oh, got an issue. Didn't realize Wancho Primetime Wizard was playing tonight. Who is also live? Let's see how his game is going. How is Wancho's game going? He's looking. He's looking. He's trying to figure out what the play is. Well, see, if Cozy, if you want to get like a Guardy going, try to get Banette. Banette's actually fairly inexpensive. Guardy with Banette has been pretty good. Because like you're using the base of Guardy, but you're adding in the Banette. Yeah. It depends. It really does. Like he has KO here. Why are you curse blasting? Oh, he gets it there. Okay. I was like, oh no, why are you curse blasting? Don't do that. Oh, okay, now I see. I didn't see the full board state. Smart play. Because I have no idea how to play Terapagos. Or Terapagos, depends on who you're talking to. No idea. Unified beatdown here. Get the 220. Hit that 340. Wancho takes a big win here. So now we are just waiting on one game, and that last game, we're actually having an issue with. Yeah, I haven't played much of the turtle. I just haven't. Charizard, Dragapult, and okay, like Cozy here. As I try to play with cards I own. Excuse me, heard me cough my lungs out again. I own the Dragapults, I own the Charizards, I can possibly own Lugia, I own Blocklax, I own Cornerstone Noivern of all things. I need 3. I need a lot for Reggie's. Like if you look at Broccoli's list here, let's look at Broccoli's real quick. I need 1 V, 3 V stars, and then 3 Ogerpon EXs. And that's the big ones, the Ogerpons, because the Ogerpons right now are still like $10 a piece. Sorry, chat, just watching something. One of the things we don't do a lot is take recordings of slow play. And I'm going to bring that up because I can't tell what's going on all the time. And like I can't tell everything going what's there. So like I'm looking at it. And like I don't know how many prizes have been taken or how many everything. Like, okay, you can't exactly win there. Yeah, there's a judge called Cash. It's a slow play, and the person submitted a 5-second video of their opponent, and that's still not a lot to see. Like, I can't tell what's going on because again, it's 5 seconds. I don't know how long they've taken. I can't see the timing. Like my next step is to see how much time has been taken in between the two, and depending on the deck. So like a Gardevoir deck gets more leeway because of how long it takes to do certain actions, versus a Rory Moon deck, which doesn't take actions. Wow, turn 1. I'm trying to remember a word here. All right. Any round. Parry next round. Round 3 is up. And I'm going to bring up why I made the call that I did here in a moment, but we got to find a play. Savid is up against Turbo Moon. King Heracross with Blocklax is up against Broccoli. I mean, that's a possibility. JMU Boy again with Control is up against Regidrago, so a couple Regidragos. Cash is up against Stillwater, so again that's up in our block. Oh, did Era Nova drop? Oh, Era. Thick Boy. What's Thick Boy up against? Thick Boy was round 1. Let's get Thick Boy on. Thick Boy, if you're on, I'm gonna go ask you guys to stream. I want to see from your side. So this time instead of seeing from your opponents, I want to see from your side. So just go ahead and share your screen if you can, and I'm at your table. Don't worry about moving. Just go ahead and share your screen right where you're at. I will always jump to you. All you have to do is share your screen in the room, and then I will. I'm there. I'm there, and I'm set. It's easier that way because, like, I tried dragging people before, and it just doesn't work. It's like I drag them in, and then like they don't know what to do, or like they don't share their thing. It's harder. It's easier if you can stream. Just have it be set up, and we'll come to you. All right, now to explain why I gave someone a win, even though there was, I would say, low evidence of what was there. This person is playing Turbo Roaring Moon, and they have 2 ties already. And I was like, okay, who did they play first round? They were playing up against the Bolt Up. Go back, watch their game. When it becomes very obvious they're not going to win, they start slowing down. Massive slowdown. I'm like, huh. Well, that's not good. And so then I go back and I see at least what their board state kind of was and everything, at least from that screenshot that was there. And I kind of made the call based off that. If you go 2 straight ties and you're not playing a control deck and you're playing something that's supposed to be turbo and runs fast, like I know what this deck does, then I will make the call. I will 100% make the call. And that's one of the things, like knowing as a player what decks do and like how long they take and how many actions. I've ran tournaments for almost 3 years now. Turbo Roaring Moon is one of the only decks I've ever seen almost never tie. Ever. So I'm taking that knowledge and saying, okay, this seems fishy based on what evidence I have. And then I'm going to make a call. And then on top of it, it's still a judgment call. Like, if someone comes at me and says Gardevoir's slow playing, and then I can see the time difference, I just go, you know what? How much actions have the Gardevoir taken? Gardevoir just takes time because of how long it takes. And I also like to use the... Is the game frozen or... No, it sounds like it's going. Thick Boy, are you still on here? I didn't know if you guys have started playing or not. Oh, no show. Oh, that is right. Okay, then we do have to find another matchup. We'll try to get you on next turn. Oh man, this means I have to find someone quickly that's still going. Jam's got pawn art. You know what? I need to get a game going for you, chat. I'm just gonna get this pawn art Jam game going. It is up against Dragapult Iron Thorns, so might not be the best for Jam, but we'll try our best. And if Savid wins again, we will probably try to get Savid on next round. So okay, King Heracross. You know what? You want to know where the control discrimination comes from? It comes from that more people will tune out against a control match than anything else. Every time without fail. And that part of it is people just don't want to watch Control. Nice 2-prize turn here from Jam as he's setting himself up. He will probably get damaged into here, and he needs to get another Dreepy. Most people have bad taste. They like to see their decks go boom, man. Everyone's always like, I want the boom decks. Give me the boom. Give me the fireworks. Come on, Joe Dirt. Let them fireworks off. And then you go, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. And they blow their hand off. You're like, ah, ah. All right, so we do see the damage coming in here. Jam, again, needs to get something. Okay, we see one on... Okay, there we go. They do have access to their V-Star, so there's a possibility we could see the Dragapult come into play now. We see the Fezandipity. Fez will be for next turn. You have to evolve the Dragapult though. Question is, how do you want to evolve the Dragapult? Do you just want to go straight for the Dragapult here? That may be the best play. Now you're a little bit living on a prayer, hoping the possibility of either getting the Roxanne, because they will move right themselves into a Roxanne turn, or a little bit more. We'll have to see. It all depends on what Ponart's hand is. We'll probably see the Tatsuguri be the target. Let's put them down to 2, which leaves a Rotom V as a possible KO. See the Crispin. Heavy Crispin line in Ponart's setup. So we're seeing lots of... You're going to see lots of Crispin. Yep, there we do. We see the KO, and they do have another Dragapult set up for the next turn, as they do get a 3-price turn here. The Fezandipity will be active, and we are looking for either the Crystal or a Psychic Energy here for the Dragapult. Lots of outs, 30 cards in deck. It's just, what is it? Get the Crystal. Got the Counter Catcher. I am not against using the Counter Catcher here to bring up the healthy Dragapult. You can put 6 onto the other one, and that sets you up in a place where they need to be able to get game. You do also have access with the Ultra Balls into getting the fish. Get fish into possibly a Roxanne if you still have your Roxanne in deck. You need to get that hand down. Either Roxanne here, which if you have it, use the Roxanne. Make sure 100% you got to Counter Catcher and get damage onto that Dragapult. You're going to get more damage efficiency out of that than anything. They're going to bring up the Dragapult no matter what, so might as well save them the turn. Save them the motion, bring it up, hit it to 260. It means they can't hide it as a possibility. Because you know it's coming up regardless. Roxanne to 2, they'll have top deck and whatever they can get off the Dreepy. Sign up a little bit more here. Do not put the Duskull down. Or you know what? Actually, put it down. It still becomes a target. Because if they hit into this the Dragapult anyways, it just doesn't matter. You're hoping off these cards they do not have access to a boss's orders. And I don't know how much boss's orders they play. That's why we got to go look at the list real quick. Ponart currently plays 3 boss's orders, so there's a high chance they find what they need. Like the Prime Catcher, but they still need it out. do they have the switch card, energy card? And they do with the Crispin. Oh. Brutal end to that match. Yes, we'll go see how King Heracross's match is going against Drago. Thorns Pult, man. Thorns Pult. Making me a believer there, Pawn Art. Alright, so we got Dragapult here up against Blocklax. It looks like Blocklax is in a pretty good spot. But we have to know, I don't know if the Drago has any outs. Just our keys. Ooh. That was a brutal Misfortune Sisters. And there's a concession from the Drago player. I'm just going to keep jumping to people who we have playing. If you... Hopefully we can get the Okie Dokie on next round. As Cash is up against Blocklax too, but with the Dragapult. But here's the problem with the Dragapult. How many outs does he have? Gus for 20. What we saw in that game, he had it in the active set up, and then the rest of it was just hope and pray. And he got Roxanne to 2. This one's the Sander build with Stillwaters. Gus for 20. I hate to say it, I don't think Cash has this. Like I have no idea what he does here to win. Dragapult. Yeah, I was wondering if the Duskull pop was causing you issues there, Jam. It was a pretty good... The Roxanne also was good. Like, I felt like the Roxanne was a good play. He was just unlucky that he got Crispin Prime Catcher off of it. Which is Cash. Cash is the Dragapult. I didn't update the names because we've gone to like jump to 3 games. Stillwaters is this Blocklax. When I start jumping games, I just go, eh. I stop updating the names because it just takes too long. It's just too much. We do have Savid playing. I might be able to jump over there if he's still going. Let me go see if he's still going. We're only waiting on 4 matches. The beauty of these is how fast these things go. Savid is 3-0, so we will get Savid on next round since he's already starting to stream. Does Cash even have it out here? Petty grudge. Ooh. Now, okay. Is there a world where like Lucky Helmet loses, Stillwater's the game? Oh, no. Jubilee Village. Reset the whole hand. Cash. This might be one of them times. Might be one of them times. I need to check. You gotta just give it up, man. Give it up. What can you do? Block wax is hard. And there's a lot of it tonight. Wow, sorry, I got a judge call. What's up, PKS? Excuse me. Like I said, still getting over a cold. Yeah, we did at the end, Cash. It was just like, I was just trying to find a game. Samurai, dude, I'm having Samurai on next round. Now, this was I'm going to bring up this judge call only because it's a fair question. Yeah, Kashi won last week. What are you talking about? It's a fair question. If all my opponent is doing is draw passing, is that allowed? Yes. You do not have to play a single card. Ever. Supercell, thank you for the follow. I thought you were already following me. Whatever. People do, people don't. I have people I watch all the time who I almost never follow. Like Sunny. I really need to follow Sunny at some point, but now I'm afraid to. I'm like, should I? It's come like a meme at this point. But still, going back to the judge call. Your opponent is allowed to just not take any actions per turn. Now, if your opponent doesn't take, but if your opponent's not taking actions, like they take 15 seconds to say pass, then it's like, no, that's slow play. I will stop that right there. But draw pass, yeah. If they're just draw pass within like a second, draw pass within a second, just say an end turn, perfectly fine. We even had we had a player on here who performed actions advancing their board state. As in they were using the amount of time used for actions to run the timeout. It was actually kind of brilliant and like really skirting the rules, but they had no out to Mimikyu, but they still got energy out. They still attached it, and then they would use the attack, which did no damage to Mimikyu, but then they had to go and put that energy onto another Iron Thorns. And then they would have to retreat the Iron Thorns, which they had with their items, and do it again. And that all took time. And that was like the most brilliant stall I've seen, because he was doing things in a timely manner to advance his board state in some way, even though he could not damage the Mimikyu. Now, some people would call slow play or call something on that. So again, like that's only ever come up once, and we still haven't really figured out how we want to handle it in the future. So we might change our mind and how we handle something like that in the future. I always ask people, like, how do you feel about a player doing that? Because we all hate playing against slow players. We all hate playing against certain decks and other things. So I mean, it's like, okay, what's the option against that? As we're just waiting for one last match. Oh my god. And it's who I think it is. Cozy, if you're able to share your screen, could you do that, please? Preferably, you can join me on table 3 if you're able to. Right, and like I've debated about running no ties. 100% debated about running no ties. And again, ranting tonight, but that's been the theme of tonight, has been ranting. Actually, let's look at some Savids as well. You have some players who are just really slow. Yeah, please show me a screenshot, Cozy. At least show me that. That's fine. I just need to see I want to see what the game state is. If you just share it on Judge screenshots on the Discord, that'd be fine. I have a feeling about something. Nami, I have too. I've run into people who, as I write down a lot of slow players, I actually had to clear out my old slow play log. Yeah, go ahead and name and shame. I don't care, dude. It helps me out in general because then I can also write them down as a issued. Oh, Nami, you want to know something? I have. They have slow played multiple times tonight already. They've been issued a warning, and they've already been issued a game loss. Cozy, I just need the screenshot because this person's been issued warnings in the past as well. I'm more willing to give you the benefit of the doubt. Especially if you can give me a screenshot with the time difference. Yeah, Cozy is talking about that guy. That's who they're playing. That's why I asked for like a screenshot from them. I just want verification. I need to know. Because like, if there's a huge time difference, then it becomes obvious. And then I have to be like, okay, this guy's playing Turbo Moon. There's no reason he should be coming up on a third tie. Exactly. That's why I just want a screenshot. I want to verify here. This is verifying for everything else. And they're playing up against Gardevoir. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You know what? I'm gonna call it. I've got more than enough proof. Like, time-wise, they're kind of split, but even Turbo Roaring Moon shouldn't be that bad. All right, let's get round 4 going, and let's go ahead, and we're gonna go ahead and get Savid up, and Savid is up against Pawn Art TCG. Okay then. So we're gonna see a little bit more of the Thorns Dragapult. This should be a good matchup. We'll see how it goes here, considering. Like, Cozy, you took more time than they did, but Turbo Roaring Moon shouldn't be hitting the numbers they did, and plus the board state was like, they had to be slow playing because there's no way. Well, Doom Regional is going to be so good. If you haven't seen, I actually added the Champions mat to the tournament prizing. what it looks like here while we wait for Pawn Art here and Savi to set up. So I wanted to try to integrate the champion into the actual design a little bit, so that's why I went with this. It's already printed. It's actually printing right now. I need to see where it's at because I have a couple orders I need to fill out. But there it is. This is the bad boy. Terrapagos champion. I'm going to try. I still need to do, what's the word? What I'm looking for here. Zoroark in the other style. Well, I'm thinking about doing that as a Black Friday deal. Does Thorn even play the monkeys? Monkey. And honestly, one of the things I'm getting to the point with is like slow play in general. It's just becoming like an issue. I'm even going to talk a little bit here about something else. Not just about slow play. Sorry, taking a moment here to put my thoughts together on how I want to talk about this. All right. All right, here we go. This is about like what our presentation is, like the Doom presentation versus, I would even say, like, you could even say late night and the TPCI stuff and other people about just how they present these games and casting in general. The way I tackle casting in this like challenge right now is more like a call-in show. I talk with you, chat, we talk about things, we bring things up. I'm not really casting the game, so sometimes I do, but not all the time, right? And it works for what I am. And like if I ever had like a TPCI come and say, oh yeah, we want you to cast, I don't know if I could cast for them. It's just not my style. I'm very casual. If you were to compare me to anything like a professional caster, a sports caster or anything, I'd be more like the guys on Inside NBA. Your Shaqs, your what's his name? Charles Barkley's, that kind of stuff. And sometimes that leads to my next point. I think the TPCI broadcasts are missing something like that, where you could have a panel of players New, old, whatever. And with that, they can talk about decks in between rounds. They can talk about different things, different storylines. Have that panel kind of thing. Like they kind of a little bit have that already, but they don't have it all the way. Dude. And I think that's definitely something missing. And like, I know my own stuff, like we're not always so serious, but that's why we try with the regionals. Like the regionals for me is where we bring the most serious. Noobly, that is hilarious. And like it's late night. I mean, you know, who cares what I'm talking about? We're just having fun. Yeah, peeps are just gonna watch this anyways. So excuse me. So it's like, okay, how do we entertain? How do you get people to watch more? Like the in-game casting, it's fine. There's some stuff you could talk about, but I feel like the biggest thing they're lacking is in between. And like, cool, it's fun when they're like, here's this Pokemon kind of thing, but there's so many things they could talk about. You could bring up a deck archetype without ever talking about what the deck archetype is, or like what someone's list is. And they kind of did that with like some pre-recorded stuff, but I'd love to see it just like live. You can bring players on, you know, still do the interviews. I think that's great. But like a halftime show kind of thing anyways. I think that would be a good thing. And like, yeah, meta nuance. Like if I was to compare to what I do, which this game could be over next turn depending on what happens here. Believe in Savid. There's no way. Oh, he missed. He barely missed. Jeez. Like, the biggest issue they probably run into is also how much space they have for production. Like, if you've been to a regional, you know there's only so much room. And they have to share time with Pokemon Go, and they have to share time with VGC. So like, I understand that. You can kind of watch, like I've been watching a lot of Fortnite live streams, like with their production, League of Legends, a little bit of Magic, and like their production just outweighs Pokemon so much, and I think that's just a big thing. But they also treat it like they have a studio for everything. And like the benefits of those games is you can have them, you have computers and you can put them somewhere else. You know? That's what we game here. He has no way of KOing that Dragapult this turn. Unless he gets the miraculous top deck. Sadly, there's nothing there. But yeah, there's just no room. Yep, there's the concession. Ouch! We get Savid on. Savid's like, no. See how Jam's matchup is going up here, up against Safety Potato. Oh, I know what you're talking about. It is a Safety Potato, wow. I'm gonna update the names real quick. And like, for me, Wancho is one of the best casters there, especially when he's emceeing and stuff. The guy's amazing. He's got the energy. He's got the voice for it. He's really strong, and like I live listened to him and Jeremy J3 cast together, and it was freaking amazing. And that was like one of my big ups about the Doom Worlds. And I'm always hesitant to ask them to like come and cast because they're just so good, and it's just like they work together so well. And yeah, Chip's up there. And like it's just like, wow. To me, it's just amazing. And this is coming from a 38-year-old fanboy. So like it comes down to like the casting of the games themselves isn't the issue. The people who are casting isn't the issue. I feel like there's just something with the production. And even then, I don't know what the production's like issues might be. Like, there's just like, I don't know what their budget is. I don't know what their limitations are. I can't do anything. I can sit there and be like, yeah, there's this issue or that issue, blah blah blah. You know, there's only so much you can say. Dang, Jam's so good with those draws sometimes. Well, Jam is a Doom Goat. The biggest issue Jam has right now, though, is like, what if he gets like weird-eared here? Oh, the VGC DQs were huge. I remember that. I was pissed. That's coming from an ex-VGC player. What's up, Primetime? Hey, dude, if you want to come in and talk, I'm all for it, dude. I know Cash was trying to get in. Cash, I want you on a mic, not a phone, dude. You want to join me at table 4? I'll unmute myself real quick. I've tried phone calls with Discord before, and it's okay. It just doesn't work as well as if you're on a mic. Want to try knocking? I've never tried that before. Give me a sec. Let me make sure I'm okay. Yeah, try knocking here, and we'll see what happens. Because I should have it. There you go. All right, I've accepted. Now what do I do? Jam's a top deck fiend. I believe he had Alakazam too. He takes those easy 3 prizes here. Right, let me see. I'm gonna go look at my Twitch. Like I said, accepted, knocked. I have no idea how this works. Now go to his channel. Join the stream. Okay. Get started. Hello? I can hear you. Can you hear me? Okay. Let's see how this is working. Like, I got to pop out and it says you're there. It's like, okay, share chat started. So we got shared chat now. I think so. All right. Let's see. Yeah, Firefox audio. Okay, now they should be able to hear you on mine.
Mic test, mic test.
You guys hearing Wancho on my end now?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Doom chat? What about how about the other way? Can you guys hear Doom on my chat?
Yeah. There we go. Okay, yeah, this is the first time I've used this feature.
It's my first time streaming again in like a month or two, and I was just like, I was like looking at your stream. I was like, oh, maybe I'll just raid you because I'm out of your tournament. I'm like 2-2 now or whatever, so I'm dead. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll raid into you, and I was like, what is this knock feature?
Yeah, like I don't remember, someone knocked once and then they raided me. I was like, okay, I guess we're not knocking now.
Okay,
yeah.
well, let's cast a match together, Doom.
Yeah.
I guess this is it.
Yeah, let's.
I'm in your Discord, so we can just hop on there.
Yeah. So like we're just waiting. We got 4 matches left with 10 minutes left. We'll probably be done super quick. Oh yeah, 1 just finished. Now we're down to 3.
Cool.
Yeah, I guess you see what's number 1 though right now? Dragapult, Iron Thorns.
Dragapult, Iron Thorns?
Yeah, here, I'll share my screen in the Discord. That way you can see what I'm looking at, so you don't have to look at my delay on my stream.
I was about to just open up on the thing, but let me go to you. I don't know what to put up now on my stream.
Right? You can put a picture of me going, yeah, no, I don't have one of those. But yeah, no, this deck here, 4-0. We just Iron Thorns and sets up Dragapult behind it.
Okay, that's not. It's hurting my head.
Yeah, we watched Pawn Art play it now twice, and not from his side, from the other, and we're like, huh. He just sets up behind Iron Thorns, and then Dragapult takes care of the rest.
Like, so the Iron Thorns does attack because we do see a lightning energy here, and Dragapult. There's 3 different kinds. You have to play Psychic, Fire, and the Lightning. What's stopping them from just using something like a Klefki to hide behind instead of the Dragapult, instead of the Iron Thorns? I guess we can attack with the Crispin, so it doesn't take too long. For Crispin is very interesting. Okay,
that's what helped them win. It was just like, here, Crispin. It's like they just got all the energy out, and considering Dragapult only needs 2 energy to attack, when Crispin gets it set up, attach Crispin, maybe turn 2. With evolution and other stuff, you're setting up pretty well. Right. Nescrew in my chat says you can just go Thorns and not play Polt against Lugia. 100%.
That's true. Oh, I guess Klefki doesn't stop Lugia, and Iron Thorns does. You do cover that matchup. I like the Radzard in there too. I want to see this play, actually. So you just casted a match of this?
Yeah, but we can get from Pawn Art's side the next one. I know Pawn Art's able to stream. And being 4-0, let's see what his 4-0 matchup would be. I think there's only one other 4-0. But there's a 3-0-1. You would either get Charizard Pidgeot or Snorlax Stall.
Yeah.
Possibly Serena. There's a 3-0 Serena.
Yo, Serena's hype. I just lost to the guy above that. The what was Quad Mimikyu thing. I could not maneuver at all.
Oh, the corner.
Nation.
Yes. Yeah, if you don't play, you were playing the Terapagos tonight, right? Or
I was playing Terapagos, yes.
Yes, I remember I jumped over to your stream for like a minute. I was like, I wonder how this was going. And then you pulled off like a 4-price turn. I went, okay. Okay, this seems good.
It's good against decks you can actually play against, you can actually attack into. Mimikyu, I don't play 4. I don't have the capability to go 4 Dusknoir, unfortunately.
Oh, what was I playing? I went up against a control deck, and I did end up using Dusknoir 4 times. And there was just a whole bunch of angry thumbs down because their Mimikyus never got out there. I was like, hey, not my fault, man.
I'm glad you got to do that.
All right, we got 2 matches left. Up to the standings. Serena's still playing. Who are they playing against? Oh, it's against Supercell, who's playing a stall. Yeah.
Yeah, things would be a lot faster if there wasn't Snorlax right now in the format, because our format is extremely fast.
Yeah. Well, it's right here. Look, number 2 deck tonight, Snorlax stall.
Oh, that's depressing.
Yeah. Now, if it was a Friday night, totally different. It would be further down. Oh God, what was it, like 2-3 weeks ago? We had like 4 Snorlax stalls in the top 8, and then we got to a point in the semifinals. They got stuck in an infinite loop between the 2 of them in game 3. Neither one of them could win. They were stuck in infinite loops. So I'm like talking to chat, and I'm like trying to look up the rule book. How do we end this game? Turns out the higher seed wins.
Oh,
right.
You checked the actual Pokemon rule book for that.
Yes.
Interesting. I never came across that scenario. But
Nor did I. I've run this tournament for almost 3 years now. And the first time, like before that, the only other thing I ever knew about was like going to game 3. Usually you go, hey, whoever takes more prizes wins, right? Everyone knows that. But it was like,
I agree.
But they're like, we can't take prizes. I'm like,
so I agree with Cash in the chat. We just DQ both of them. Not have to worry about it,
Yeah, the button I wanted to press The button I've wanted to press for so long. Here, I'll just show chat and everyone in the pairings real quick. We'll look at Pawn Art and Savid here, because I talked to him real quick. This one right here, double game loss. Only button I've never pressed in this.
I've never seen that button.
Yeah.
That's fairly new, isn't it? No.
It's been there the entire time I've been running tournaments.
Wow.
I have just never had a reason to press it. Came close a few times. But I had to come in like an angry dad. Like, stop fighting! I'm like, okay. And they stop. It's just like, stop being children.
Well, someday. Cash is right. That is like, that's a standard game in Asia. Just double game loss.
I've thought about running the Asian style tournament with like double game losses for ties, but it's always been highly no. I'm like, come on. And everyone's like, no.
No, yeah, I agree. Yeah, Asians will probably come in and also just say no.
Yeah, no, actually that has been the truth. Like they've come in and like, no, don't do that. Leave your tournament alone, please.
Maybe we try it like one time, just so that so you guys can experience it, like just one time, and then you'll never want to do it again.
Exactly. Oh, hey, last match finished. They didn't even ping me. End round. Paradox round. Let's see who Pawn Art paired up against. Marsh. Or Marsh. There we go. Let's get that.
Mad Dog Max TV. What's up? This is Wantro, and we're in a shared chat. We're knocking. Stream together.
All right, let's see. Oh wait, did my screen? I don't know if my screen ever went live. Let's see if Pawn Art's able to, or if Marsh is able to.
Cool. Just tell me where to jump.
Yeah, I'm just waiting to see which one jumps into which table. I mean, I could have you come in. We could watch a stall game with King Heracross.
Hey, then we'd just be chatting for the longest time. I don't mind that either.
Just like I was saying earlier, this just becomes a podcast half the time. Just sit here and talk. I've gotten really into Gunpla models lately. I've been building those, you know.
I'm building a Blue Eyes White Dragon right now.
Nice.
It's not Gunpla, but
it's still a model.
It's a model, yeah.
As the local model shop I go to has the large scale Magikarp model. It's like, I think it's almost to scale of what a Magikarp should be. And I'm like debating about buying it. Super simple build, but I'm like,
that's pretty cool. I kind of want that.
Right? Okay, there's Pawn Art. We'll jump up to table 2.
Sounds good.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry. I'm still getting over a cold.
No worries. Get well soon.
Hopefully. I went to work on Monday into the office, and there were so many people walking around like coughing their lungs out. I'm like, oh man, this is bad. Oh, we got both players in here. Don't need both. So we can go ahead and just move one. As much as I like to see both sides, I can't always trust people to be able to not look at their opponent's hand.
Wait, dude, what if I cast from the other side?
Oh, if you want to go jump down to table 7?
Yeah, I'll go to whatever table he's on, I can cast that side. And our chat is linked through Twitch anyway. I don't have to be in the same Discord server as you or channel.
Right. So we can still talk. Okay.
Whoa. Technology.
I'm asking him to share. So yeah, if you want to jump down there.
Table 7, is it Mini Messi?
Yeah, that should be them.
Yo. All right. I
And
do
then
have something to show on my stream now at the very least.
So we got the two sides going. Oh my god. So I'm team Pawn Art and your team of Marsh.
Yes.
There we go. Chat knock is working.
Yo, okay. I need to fix my scenes for this.
Yeah, like it was recently. I played a game of TCG Live recently. I haven't set that up like in months. I was like, oh yeah. How am I supposed to do this again? It was okay. I've got it on my side. You got it on yours? Actually, you know what? I have your Twitch open. Why don't I go look?
I'm still setting it up, but
we got coin flip on this side. It was a tails.
Oh, it's a little bit delayed on my end. It's still flipping here. Did come up tails though. I just saw.
Okay, I see it on yours now too.
All right, looks like Mini is gonna go ahead and go. He won the coin flip. We are going first. Oh, we're playing Charizard. Our hand's not too bad.
This side, sad news. We're gonna see it here in a second. They started the Iron Thorns.
Oh no, that's disgusting for Charizard. Especially since we just top decked the Rotom, so we can't do anything.
Oh,
this Rotom. Not having access to the free 3 draws. What do you do here as Charizard? What are you looking for? Maybe just a couple of couple more Duskulls? That is a way to knock out Iron Thorns at the very least.
You're also looking, hopefully, trying to find any energy you have in deck. And you're going to have to manually attach it to a benched Charmander.
That is true. We're going to have to do this the hard way. But Buddy Poffin... We're looking. Cleffa works at the very least, but we are going first. And looks like getting a bench Charmander is going to be priority. I don't see any energy in hand.
That's
never mind. This hand is not that great. Honestly, if it was anything but Iron Thorns, having this Rotom natural draw in the hand would be great.
Now you're going to see this really sick hand that Iron Thorns has. They are going to be set up, and it's going to feel disgusting.
I'm trying to imagine what set up would look like for the Iron Thorns Dragapult side, but I started with Buddy getting double. What's his face? The stage 1 of Dragapult. Just getting that extra draw seems great too.
So they got the Drippy, and then they're going to have. I'm watching on your end. They just play the Arven. They're going to get that Turbo Energize and Evolution. Sorry, some do play Turbo Energize. This one plays the Evolution.
That's interesting, just to get into the Dracloaks a lot easier.
I can see on your stream, their opponent is looking at the deck list, which is actually something that's a benefit of being online.
That's true. Open deck list means a little less surprising, but you get a lot more, how do you say, more technical matches, really, right?
Right.
On my end, it's just Turbo Energize. Are we synced?
At least on my, I know my stream is probably 15 seconds behind because I use a delay normally, but we are turbo energizing, so a little off sync, but who cares?
I should also be delayed a little bit in case they're watching me, huh?
Yeah, I had to start doing that every time. Like we had really bad stream sniping week. Like it was obvious from a lot of players. I'm like, okay, we're full-time delaying. You have lost my faith in the player base.
Oh no. Mm-hmm. I still have full trust in the player base. Even if I join a tournament, you can stream snipe all you want. I'll still beat you. As it is just going to be a retreat into the Cleffa. Well, again, not too bad. Drawing the energy for a turn, just being able to retreat is nice. But the nice thing is you could actually still combo. You can still use the Charizard if you boss plus Rare Candy Charizard. So I guess that's still pretty good.
Which, looking at your stream, it looks like that combo might be there.
It's looking pretty good for the Charizard player. That Cleffa was the world, to be honest.
Take the Dragapult. Okay. I was talking about this earlier. I was like waiting for control decks to start putting Dracloak in, just like how they used to do for Pidgeotto.
That's true. This is very similar to that, except the Pidgeotto can actually evolve and start swinging. So I guess here as Penguin, we're looking for the Crispin, right? We want to start swinging, right?
Right. But the biggest issue you're running into here is you could attack with the Iron Thorns, or alternatively, you can try to set up a Dragapult. But
And why not both?
Right.
Right? The Crispin does allow you to accelerate energy here onto the Iron Thorns. The beauty of Iron Thorns attack is you do actually move the energy to the bench. And Dragapult only needs two energy to attack. You're essentially setting up for the next turn. So that is some like beautiful incidental synergy, in my opinion.
Right, because now you go ahead, attach the fire, or you attach the psychic, take out the Cleffa here. They are going to start hitting for 210. And at least what we can see, we know they have the Charizard set up for next turn with the boss's orders. But they're not KOing anything just yet.
That's true. Unless, of course, we do see something like the Defiance ban that will, increase our damage. But also the nice thing is there's 2 Duskull on the bench. That's 60 HP. The Dragapult EX can actually start taking prizes on the bench as well as doing massive amounts of damage to the active. But oh wait, the only way we get to attack is to boss's orders here. That means we're not taking a knockout. Well, no meaningful knockout just yet.
But you do put up the one Dragapult that doesn't have energy on it, so you're going to at least start putting damage onto one of their 2 prizers. If anything, you want to finish the game by attacking the Iron Thorns.
That's true. Having an Iron Thorns on the bench there means there is a weaker Pokemon on your side of the board, as Charizard will be able to use the Infernal Rain ability. And look, what's it looking like for Penguin, especially after this unfair stamp. Oof.
Ooh, I just saw Ponart's hand here. Still pretty good. On mine,
too. I can't wait to see it. 210 damage there. Meaningful damage onto the Dragapult. We need a way to switch and an energy to start swinging here.
Go. All right, so they've recon directive, and they have Iono, Arven, and Crispin in hand with a single energy.
Oh. Well, Crispin will allow the Dragapult to attack at the very least here.
You get some of that damage out there. Damn it. You could actually take another prize here, take out one of the Duskulls. Oh, we attached it to the bench.
The bench.
Well, you do have...
we can always just attach to retreat. Anyway, the beauty of Dragapult is 1 retreat cost. That thing's not getting stuck there in the active. Not too bad.
Unfair stamp wasn't really that unfair this time.
Is it a lie like Roxanne?
Oh,
real quick though,
100%.
Dynamism Gaming, thanks for the sub. Appreciate you.
Are they running out of energies? I think they are. They do play 12 though, so I think it's just a matter of time.
Or are we talking about the Charizard player who I believe the Charizard player only doesn't have any more in the deck?
Yeah, they play 5, and then we know they've discarded 1.
Ooh. Looking at the Charizard player's hand, I like it because there's options.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. Like you could see the possibility of a Dusknoir here.
Dusknoir on the bench, Dragapult just to take that prize potentially. Things are looking pretty good. It's setting up the backup attacker though. That might be
get
a little sketchy. And you do want to, Again, that's how important this rare candy is in the deck. Like this one Arven gets you one. What do? Do you evolve into the Dusknoir, or do you set up your next attacker? Uh-oh.
Did they just pass? Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I just saw that.
It's a disconnect.
Yeah. Let's see if it reloads. This might be a disconnect. Yep. Oh, not the way you want to see it end.
The match was gonna get so interesting. Because the rare candy, again, you could go into the Dusknoir, which that could be your only chance. Or Dragapult's gonna knock out the Duskull, but then you're left with a Mander, and I'm not sure if you can set up a second Charizard.
No, it was. Oh my god, that was like such a good go.
Yeah.
Oh, and I was gonna say, okay, let's go jump to Jam, but Jam's already done. Supercell Cambo, meet me on table 6.
Sure thing, sure thing.
Now, I think this is a stall. Yeah, it's a block lax deck, but it's a game. At least we can talk about something. As the block lax passes again. Looking at the board state, it doesn't look good.
We have energies on board. That's pretty nice. How did we get to this position? It's without an Archeops, right?
Right. So they've got Callie is the other player. Callie's probably sitting on Turbo, the jet energies.
I see one already attached. And the thing is, do you have enough jet energies to really take 5 prizes or 6 prizes? Oh no, 5 more prizes, yeah, and it's gonna be tough.
Plus, on top of it, they're sitting on the Temple of Sinnoh.
That's true.
Oh look, there's Choi. That's a card I went through all my bulk. I cannot find. I'm like this is a card, and I looked, I can't find them. But then I've got like 5 boxes of just mass amount of bulk right now, and you know you're gonna find one card out of like 5 boxes. You kind of give up after a while. I'm not talking like boxes like what you get from like when you open packs. I'm talking like good big shipping boxes. I need to sell my bulk, but I just haven't done it.
Tabletop takes bulk, right?
Right. Uh-oh. You've said the magic words. Now I gotta shout out my sponsors. TabletopVillage.com. Use code Doom5 for 5% off all your online orders. Doom-Gaming.com. Buy my art. Support the stream. And Matoba Design. One of the finest TCG photographers you will find out there. Quick, to the point.
Nice.
Actually, I'm going to Tabletop tomorrow. I have to see if they have Lugias. I'm going to. Yeah, I'm going to a cup this weekend. And there's a lot of people in the Seattle area right now that are really high on Block Lax. Lugia can have a pretty good matchup against Block Lax if you can get the Archeops set up. We obviously are seeing here, they do not have the Archeops set up.
This the Iono is the world. Hopefully this Sunshino can stick to the active for a little bit.
Well, we don't see any gusting effects here, so we'll see how it goes. But update all of our standings as well, as we've got 8 of 17 matches done.
Was that mysterious Misfortune Sisters for nothing?
I think so. Yeah, because
Lugia doesn't have too much anyway. What are you going to discard? Some balls? Doesn't really do too much as I looked away for a second. How do we get to this position? How do we get gusted?
Yeah, I missed it too. Did they top deck what they needed?
Potentially, it had to be a counter catcher because the supporter for turn was Misfortune Sisters. Is this potentially the biggest Gekoma you've ever seen? Just 5 special energies discarded from the board.
Gone.
Gross.
Gross. Like, and they have the possibility of putting it back.
At the same time, does it really do anything? At this point, you're just really counting how many jet energies the opponent still has access to.
Pretty much. And you know they've used 2.
Grusha. What does Grusha do? That's something I've never.
That's not a card I've ever played either.
Grusha.
I think Grusha is like draw cards till you have. Oh, you draw 7 if your Pokemon have no energy attached.
Oh.
So you draw cards until you have 5, 7 if you have no energy attached. So which deck does that work best for? This deck.
The deck that plays no energy as I just realized a Temple of Sinnoh's in play. So the Lugia player is looking for a counter stadium plus the jet combo just to get the attack off.
And we know one stadium's in the discard, so where's the other?
Yeah, and that's potentially their last stadium. So it's looking like the Snorlax player should win the Stadium War at Stadium War 2.
There's Team Yelch here. Let's go ahead. Yeah, prevent the Giacomo.
If we Yakumo 2 more times, we get out of range of the Cinchino, I suppose. Yo, I have the tangent real quick. I have a signed Yakumo from Steve Aoki. I thought it was the smartest thing.
Yeah, how was that? I saw that you went and met him.
Yeah, it was really fun. It was the weirdest thing. I got hired to host an event. And I was like, oh, it's a box break event, and I didn't realize they told me like the day before it was for Steve Aoki. So I was like right next to him for 3 hours, and we were just chatting about like cards. It was awesome. Then I had him sign a Yakumo because I was like, oh, what DJ but Pokemon. He's the only one. It's perfect.
Wow, it's always amazing when you meet people like that. I will tell you, my best celebrity meeting ever was Kamise Washington, who does a lot of music. Like he's done with like Run the Jewels and some other people. Well, I met him because I was working on a concert for him that he was opening for, and he found out everyone else had like custom graphics, but he didn't.
So you made one for him?
So I made one for him, and like I showed him. I like took my laptop out back where he was smoking a blunt when I went and met him, and he's like, "Hey, you want a hit?" I'm like, "I'm working tonight, dude. I'm sorry." Nicest guy ever. I've never.
That sounds pretty cool. We missed a double Silene Head, just getting 2 counter catchers. I feel like the Snorlax is gonna win this one.
Yeah, I have the feeling too. Okay, here's the worst part. Not even 24 hours later, I was having surgery to remove my gallbladder.
After that?
Yeah, I was in pain that whole day, and I went home. And as I was coming home, my wife took me right to the emergency room. Yep, there's the win. And they're like, "Oh yeah, his gallbladder, it's gonna kill him if we don't remove it here in like the next 48 hours." I'm like, "Oh yes, please remove it."
Oof, I feel that. I also had gallstones, so my gallbladder also got removed, and I know that pain. I'm surprised you're able to work at all the day before. That's cool.
Yeah, that was what most was, and I got like 3 weeks off from work after that. My work sent me because I worked at Amazon at the time. They sent me a $250 Amazon gift card. I'm like, that costs you nothing.
That's actually kind of rude.
Couldn't send me a cheese thing or something.
You can buy cheese off Amazon.
Yeah, no. No, don't buy Amazon cheese. No. Actually, does Amazon have branded cheese anymore? They did for a while.
There's Amazon branded cheese.
Yes. It was like Amazon Basics or something like that.
Supercell combo. That was a very odd match. Typically, Lugia should be favored in that matchup, but that Snorlax player was heavily teched out for the Lugia matchup, right? There's multiple lost Temple of Sinnohs and everything, and the Yakumo too.
And then on top of it, I'm assuming they hit Flute pretty well.
Yeah, no, the Squawk hit the board. There's no way you drop Squawk. I'm very curious to see how that match turned. It was a Squawk double Lumi. Literally the things you don't want to see.
It's too much fish. I only recently got a Costco card again recently. And I'm like, oh my god, why did I get rid of it in the first place? Like my freezer's over full. I'm just like, yeah, I have no room for anything anymore.
I remember when I first moved to the US and I started working, right? I was like talking to my coworkers. I've never been to a Costco. So this was like 7 years ago now when I started working. And all my coworkers were like, what? That's crazy. They're like talking about it like it's like a church. Like the way Americans talk about Costco, it's like church. It's like a religion.
Oh,
and then I went for my first time and I understood why. They were shocked I have never been.
Well, like Mrs. Doom treats it like that. She's like, okay, I gotta get up here by this time, and like I know what's going to be there. This is like my game plan. And like she goes there like Fridays. She actually even goes to the store before they open up on Fridays. Just any store. So okay, I do all my shopping Friday morning. Like she gets up, my kids are not even out of bed. I'm not even out of bed. She gets it all done. She comes in home like as soon as like we're getting out of bed. And we just get up, help with the groceries, and then move on.
And well, I feel like it is a full day type thing.
100%. If you want when next time you're in Seattle, you can go to the original Costco in Kirkland.
Oh.
That's where it started. I've been there. It's like kind of weird because like the food court is like in its own separate area. It's not inside of it. It's like on a separate outside part. And you used to be able to go there and not have to use the membership card to get their food.
That's interesting. Daycam in the chat says the largest Costco in the U.S. in Salt Lake. I'm not surprised. Isn't the biggest Buc-ee's in Salt Lake too?
I still need to go to Buc-ee's. So many people have hyped Buc-ee's to me, and I have never been in a state with Buc-ee's.
No, I feel that. I'm the same. I've never been to a Buc-ee's, and I think I was like casting a regional at some point, and I was just all the talk on Twitter. Oh, and I was about to go, but it was just so tiring.
Yeah, it's like I went to multiple Vancouver regionals before I ever actually stopped at Tim Hortons. Everyone's like, "You gotta do Timmy's. You gotta do Timmy's." I'm like, I'm so tired though. I don't want to walk to it. And they're like, "You gotta do it." I'm like, "No, it's fine." Then finally, like last regional, I was in Vancouver. I didn't make day two. I'm on my day two curse still, where I'm like, I was like 5-1 every time, or I was just right there. I didn't need one more win. So I was like right by it, Tim Hortons. I'm like, okay, I'll finally try it. And I was like, I tried it. I was like, okay, that's all right. And then I moved on.
No, the first time I hit Canadian soil, the first thing I did was go to Tim Hortons. And I'm surprised you haven't been to one. You're like there. You're at the border.
Yeah, I am near the border. I never went to one. Okay, here's the funny thing. When I went to India, do you know where the first place I went was? The only
Where?
Krispy Kreme in India. It was right by my hotel. I went and got donuts there. I was like, yeah.
Hey, no, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I'm the same way. Whenever I go to a new country, I have to try like a McDonald's or something, right? Because you need a
Yeah,
basis. You need
yeah,
you need something to compare to. So you need to find something similar, and every McDonald's is different across the world.
yeah. Okay, you want to know what? Best McDonald's I ever had was in India.
Okay, what did they serve in India?
Chicken. So you know that chicken Big Mac that's there that just came
Mm-hmm.
out? They've had it
Mm-hmm.
for decades, and it's way better there. They call it the Maharaja Mac.
The Maharaja Mac.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it uses a different sauce, and the chicken is like the one here is like a giant chicken nugget. This was like actual chicken breast patty.
Okay, that sounds great. Yeah, like in Japan they have the Samurai Mac. That's like one of the best McDonald's menu things I've ever had. Did you get to try? Did you get to go to Japan? Did you get to
Not
go to
yet.
Worlds?
No,
Okay.
not yet. I'm trying to go to Japan sometime in April or May this year because I'll have
Ooh.
I'll have a piece in an art show again for the 6th year, and I want to actually go see my piece there for once.
Yo, that's exciting. You have a piece in the art show. It's something you've been doing for the past 6 years. You said.
Yeah, it's the My Family Case exhibition.
Mm.
You make up a fake game, you draw it out, and then they go and they print it out on a label and put it on an old Famicase cartridge.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that seems really cool. If you ever go, maybe you go to Japan together. Japan's like a $100 flight from me.
It's like 1,200 for me.
Yeah, a little far, a little far.
So we'll get there. We'll get there.
But yeah, when you're there, the Samurai Mac.
So that's on the list. Surprisingly, the best Burger King I've ever had was in the Netherlands.
I've never been to the Netherlands.
I love the Netherlands. If you do, you have to get, if you can get a fresh stroopwafel, best thing you'll ever have in your life.
All right, noted.
All right, I gotta jump over to a King Heracross's game for a second. Well,
Ooh,
we
let's
were
go.
still talking to each other, but
Oh, is it? It's not a match. It's a thing. You have to do some
Yeah.
judge stuff.
yeah, it's a possibility of a slow play.
Hate to see it. All right, you go
Yeah.
do your work. I'll entertain the people.
I'm just watching it real quick. I need to see. They're showing me their thing,
For sure.
but now I just watched it. It's within time. I'm gonna.
Wait, day camp. The first KFC was in Utah. Is Utah? Shouldn't it be in like Kentucky? No. Oh, Cash knows what I'm talking about. The best McDonald's is in Japan. 100%.
Okay, I want to just bring this up for everyone in my chat and everything. I always bring up judge calls. I'm not calling slow play on the player that was having an issue. Well, I was able to watch the game, and within 20 seconds of time ran over, they decked out. So I'm not worried about the progression if they attach stuff to like kind of do things like that. There's variations on that, and there's like animation time stuff. But because I saw it within like, I give like a 2-minute leeway. Like if the game finishes up because of animation time or whatever within 2 minutes, I'll honor the outcome. And with this, it was 20 seconds off the clock. I just watched the guy deck out. The game's over. It wasn't a concession. He ran out of deck cards. So I'm willing to do give the win to the other player, the player who won. Because like I can't do turns, right? You can't go 1, 2, 3. People will fight over that all day. But at least this I can verify, and I watched it happen.
Yeah, I respect it, especially again, just a couple of seconds. You can't. That's like just what the animation piling up over a couple of rounds.
Yeah, Gardevoir's the worst.
Oh my god, is it Gardevoir? Is that the match that got thinged?
No, it was Frostlass versus control, and they were both down to one prize.
Frost Last takes a minute too. All that the pings.
Yeah, that was the issue.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Ooh, I was gonna say Savid is playing the student Samurott, but that's just not gonna be a good game against Saul.
Is he in Samurott though? I did see you. I think I jumped in while you were at the tail end of casting us to see you in Samurott match. That's very interesting. I'm down to go wherever you want to go, buddy.
Jam is a good player, and I would say that would be our best one. It's a Dragapult matchup, but we haven't had Dragapult all night, or we've had some variants of it. But again, Jam's just a really good player, and he's worth watching.
Sounds good.
So go ahead and join. I'm on. Oh, there you are, right there, table 4. Plus, he's 4-1, so it's as close to a championship match as we can get.
Championship? Is this the last round?
This is the last round, round 6.
What?
We Tuesdays are a shorter tournament. It's a challenge style tournament because I do have work in the morning.
That makes sense. Oh my god, I forgot to drop.
Don't worry about it. I dropped you. I was
okay,
like, oh,
thank you.
I saw. I'm like, oh, he's here. I'll just drop him myself to save the time.
I don't know why it would dawn on me just on the last turn, but on the last match. But
I mean, we've all been there. I'm like, Sarah, like the game's going. I'm like, I wonder how people are feeling about this. Let's talk about Jam starting Rotom. I'm like, oh wait, I forgot to switch over. There we go. I'm just having too much fun.
Players have Rotom now. Unfortunately, you said Jam was the side we're watching, right?
Yes.
Attached to Alakazam, probably not the greatest turn 1.
No. Yeah, at this point, you're hoping they have a large hand, and you'll be able to at least maybe Mind Ruler here. Oh, yeah, especially if they attach to the active Dreepy.
Can we punish this? Is there a way we get a switch and just attack? With 7 cards in hand, we could take out the Dreepy. There's an Arvin.
Now the question is, does he play Switch, or does... I know he plays the... Oh, he does play a straight Switch. He's going to go with the board.
Oh, I like this play, though, getting to Buddy Buddy just so that we can set up. Board on the Rotom. Typically, you want the Forest Sealstone on your V Pokemon, but if it's to take out the Dreepy with the energy, hey, why not? Just getting punished here.
Now the question is, do you want to use that Nest Ball and get the Dusclops out?
Ooh, you could.
Or Duskull, Dusknoir, Dusclops. They're all the same.
It's always weird to me in the Dragapult matchup whether you do drop your 60 HP Pokemon. It seems like such a liability, but a lot of these 60 HP Pokemon, like the Duskull, are just, they're just too powerful. And if we're taking out the Dreepy with the energy, could be worth it. But there's a lot of ways to attack turn 1. Attack with Dreepy with no energy. So I don't mind this play. Just Mind Reader and get another 70 HP Pokemon on the bench.
Them promoting the Pidgey, I feel like they probably have the Candy Pidgeot, which they just do. There we go. Mind Reader.
Well, with Quick Search now, plus the Forest Sealstone, we have Starbirth essentially. So we should be able to get into at least a Dragapult. Wouldn't be surprised if we really do get into everything here, just attack and all that jazz. I mean, Arvin gets you the Sparkling Crystal plus something you'd need. So this Radiant Alakazam isn't going to be long for this world. But Mind Reader, very cool play.
I like to use Mind Reader against control decks. If you're able to set it up and keep it's a lot of ands, ifs, and buts. But that, I mean, anytime you play a control deck, that's what it is. Ands, ifs, and buts. I can win if they don't hit Flute, if I get energy, if I start Alakazam, But I digress.
No, I mean, oh, we're talking about Radiant Alakazam, right? No, and that just is a hallmark of really a good player is you need to find, especially against control, a going out of your comfort zone, going out of your flow chart, and essentially attacking with Radiant Alakazam is going out of the flow chart. Just like what happened here in this game. You know, you're in a bad position, gotta do something you're not used to, something you're not too comfortable with, and it's attack with Radiant Alakazam to get back your momentum. As we are going to see the Arven, did see this Sparkling Crystal and the Heavy Ball. Interesting that Heavy Ball was the choice to grab there just to get the Hawlucha. So we are going to take a multi-prize turn at the very least. This is looking good for Subdue.
There's a Lucha. Okay. It'd be even more devastating if they're able to counter catcher as part of this and take out 2 Dreepies.
That would be very, very bad. And they'd have
there
access
it
to it. they still haven't used their V-Star power. The Forest Seal Stone.
Oh. I don't agree bringing up the 10 damage one already. I think
Why did we bring up the 10 damage one?
Right? Like you want to take the 70 and then that you still get that, and then if your opponent just flops, you have an opportunity to take out the last one.
No, I agree. And just having the 10 damage on the board, even if that turns into a Dragon Ball, you can still Radiant Alakazam and move it to something, another Dreepy they eventually do have to bench. So losing that 10 damage could be big. The nice thing is, though, we still have a Radiant Alakazam we could potentially still attack. And hey, again, talking about that 10 damage, that could go onto a Pheasantipity, and you could translate into a knockout that way.
What did I say? Jam, goated player, never misses.
Ooh, just like that. Off the Fez did get pretty much everything they wanted. Who needs Forest Sealstone? Who needs Pidgeot?
And chat was calling that's game. Nope.
We're still playing here. Interesting. It's interesting they opted to bring up the Pidgeot here out of all the Pokemon.
I think that's a long-term play because now you do have that Alakazam out, and wherever you put this damage, you can put 2 more back onto the Pidgeot and take a KO.
That is true. With this attack, it should be down to 80. And just this Radiant Alakazam is putting in dividends. Does that threat of losing your Pidgeot, that could be huge.
Now I gotta double check, does Jam play the Hawlucha? I don't believe he does. He does not. He plays the Tatsugiri with the Dusclops.
That makes a lot of sense. I mean, it looks like Subdue is opting for the clean, just all Dragapult Pidgeot. No, do they play Duskull Dusknoir?
I believe Subdue's version is the one that took second, and Lil something.
Yeah,
Lil.
I have to look into that.
Yeah, it's the clean no Dusknoir version. It also plays De-Evolution.
Ooh.
And on top of it, it has Lost Vacuum. So it actually seems from my experience, it's a little bit more favorable into the mirror because you have the De-Evolution. You can take out their Dragapults way earlier. As we're seeing here, we're probably going to see the Roan V get KO'd.
Yeah, it's just going to take another 2, and this could just line up to be a clean 2-2-2. All they're looking for here is the boss's orders for the next turn to just knock out the Pheasantipity, and things could be done. But again, what's his name? Jam still has the possibility to disrupt, right? Being able to knock out the Pidgeot and hopefully maybe draw into something like an Iono to bring us back.
I know he plays Iono. I know he plays Roxanne.
Both could be great here. And I'm sure he really wants to play this Duskull. Just having access to just the pop 130 is always big. No Iono though.
Yeah, this is going to come down to.
Does he have it in hand already? We are going to see the Radiant Alakazam just move over to 20 damage. Perfect math now.
Now, if this version is what I played, there's only 2 bosses orders, and then it's more counter catcher heavy, which you won't have access to counter catcher, and we know 1 boss is in the discard now.
6 cards in hand plus the Dracloak draw. Does he have it? 7 cards in hand.
Just had it.
Yeah, okay.
Just had it. Just straight.
And that's going to be it. Phantom Dive, knockout on the Pheasantipity. And the Dreepy. Why not take an extra prize? Good game, good game.
GG. Have a good night. So with that we actually have a little bit more time. It was actually a lot faster. Let's see. We have a pair of stalls for streaming.
You want to go from fast to the slowest game possible?
Let's see who at least King Heracross is playing against. Because I know he was up there. Oh, he's up against Pawnart. The Dragapult with the Iron Thorns?
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's just at least check that out.
Yeah, that seems interesting.
I mean, at worst, it's the game is completely done already, or I mean, it's still going.
This is a board. Who plays Jubilife?
That would be the Snorlax.
Oh, interesting. And just to remind me again, is Jubilife shuffle your hand into the deck, draw 5 or 7?
Draw 5.
Draw 5. That, I don't know. Is that? I mean, obviously the Snorlax player is doing well to be able to be, in the top tables in the Doom tournament. It's just interesting to see because, typically you do want a bigger hand. But playing the Jubilife means maybe they're opting out of Rotom in general. I know a Snorlax deck did do well in Lil that was Rotomless.
This is the list, actually.
Oh, okay. I didn't quite look into it. I just saw on Twitter someone was playing Rotomless Snorlax. And it's interesting, right? You do take out the liability of a V Pokemon. And, a lot of people just go for the boss to be able to retreat one time. So taking that out of the equation is interesting.
So we do see Pawnart here decide not to attack because that fan is in play. And they will just move the fire energy, and that's it. That Dracloak's no longer doing anything.
That's true. Probably looking for the Dragapult, just like that. You want to make this attack count, and that is definitely a way. You want to take a knockout at the very least. The fan is going to be annoying. If I had to guess, they play like 3 fire.
3 fire, a couple lightning. So you could possibly see the lightning come into play still.
Yeah, I mean, Jet Headbutt, still a very fair attack.
I mean, because you can also still bring up if you have a way to bring up the whatever it's called, Iron Thorns.
You know what I'm thinking about though? Is Jubilife is just a guaranteed tie card, isn't it? Like if you're up against if you're up against Stall and you opt to not play anything, you can just keep Jubilifing. I guess then you'd have to, in the mercy of like the sisters and whatnot. But Jubilife is a way to just put cards back into the deck.
free Iono, essentially, every turn.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what was it? It was like, we had a Dreadnought deck like 2 weeks ago on. Who was playing Jubilife? That was the first time I had seen Jubilife in like ever.
I've only ever seen Jubilife in like Cube. I feel like it's a fair Cube card.
I have.
Oh, now we have a Mimikyu in play with 170 HP. How do we
God.
even deal with that? We have to set up another Dracloak.
You have to get the Dracloak. You have to. Yeah. Yeah. Not looking too good there. And plus, on top of it, they have the counter catcher, anyways.
I mean, the nice thing is, you can retreat. Mimikyu inactive means Snorlax is not in the active. But hey, look at that. Skateboard, free retreat now. I guess.
Hey,
no, that's pretty good, actually. We get to at least Phantom Dive. We actually get to progress the board state, put 60 damage onto the Snorlax.
Force them
60... Yeah.
Force them to possibly have him make Penny out. But I keep forgetting Worker's a card.
That hasn't rotated out yet.
I don't think so, unless it did.
no, yeah.
I just don't think there's a reason to play it right now.
I know, without Path to the Peak, there's no real scary stadium you want to dedicate a supporter to. Box Order is interesting card, but I feel like there's like 3 items left in the deck.
And they're all counter catcher. So yeah, now the question is, what does Penguin do? Go see the nest ball. Or I mean pawn art. I just see the name up there.
Is there a world we can attack with a Radzard?
Oh, there is. All the lightning energy.
Yeah, there is a lot more energy in this deck than normal. Oh.
Oh.
It's just attaching 2 Crispins. 3 Crispins? I don't know. We'll have time. As Airy is only going to hit a nest ball here.
Like we're all sitting here now going, oh, wait.
This Mimikyu's not safe. I'm about to give away 2 prizes. Crispin coming into play. Accelerate 1 energy and attack. Put 1 other energy into the hand. Not too bad.
There's fire into the hand. Now they don't play hammers, right? I gotta double check. I don't think they play hammers.
No, I don't think so. And if they did, there's none in the deck anymore, based on the box of Zorders.
None.
And this Jubilife is just gonna give me more chances to set it up. I like it. I like it.
Okay.
Oh,
double silent.
What do you get though? What stops this Radzard?
I think you put the Ericas because you know that
you need to get something else stuck. If you dedicate all the energy into the Charizard, even Iron Thorns could be very annoying at that point.
They've got 1 Crispin left. Blue, maybe? Okay.
We have time.
At least you hope so. Crispin, energy attached, GG.
Crispin can only accelerate 1. We're 3 energy still away.
Okay. Crispin,
surprise DTE.
DT, yeah, TTE. Okay, one more energy, and now it's like, okay. Then they Jubilife. Give themselves a chance to find that last Crispin if it's not prized. And there's the secret box.
At this point, you have to drop the Snorlax. You have to respect that the Radzard could attack this next turn. What do you grab here with the secret box? Just a flute? Flute and pray?
Like, they have a. Okay, we see the penny.
So you have to grab the other Dragapult? Okay.
Yeah, because they don't have any.
There's no more fire energy left.
No, but they can still attack with the Jet Headbutt.
Mm-hmm. It's going to take a minute. Putting the cape on the Snorlax, at least it's not a fan, so we don't have to move any energy off. So Headbutt should be just safe to attack with. At this point, it's just a penny loop till opponent decks out.
Trying to make sure they don't have any other outs.
Do they? Does it?
I don't believe they do.
Well, this is the point where we're gonna be here for a while.
No, they play Penny, not Turo.
Oh.
So if it was a Turo, we'd have one more out.
Interesting that he opted to Jubilife the last turn instead of just attacking with the Jet Headbutt.
It's got to be feeling like they're still an out. Is it considered legal to jub loop with the Dragapult? As long as they're doing it in a timely manner, I don't see that too much of a bad of effect.
Well, now that the Iron Thorns is in the active, you mentioned there was a penny.
There was a penny. We don't know if they've used it yet, though.
Penny into Radzard knockout would be the wildest thing.
That could be what they're digging for.
Oh, that is a way to get rid of the stadium. We can no more.
Goodbye. No
more
more
Jubilife for both. Okay. So it's you can't infinite loop it. At this point, we're just good. We're just sitting pretty.
So they said the penny is in the discard.
Do you even have enough energy to attack one time with the thorns? The thorns even has just the innate fan effect too.
You should have 2 lightning left, but I think that's it. This is one of those things like talking about control decks. Like, you gotta know your outs, and you gotta have a little bit of luck.
Double tails.
No, see, double heads.
Yeah. And we still have the Yells cheer too. So to lose here, we have to get like tails like 6 times in a row.
Yeah. Which, I mean, that can happen. I hit 7 tails in a row today. I was playing Lugia. It was both good and bad. was good when I needed like the basics with it with whatever it's called, the non-evolution incense, capture an aroma. But then I'd hit Mezagoza, and the Mezagoza would be tails. I'm like, oh great, that doesn't work. And to be honest, this is the last match. All the other matches are done.
So who won?
That will be the question. Pawn Art wins. He will be the challenge champion. Philip Hore with the Serenos number 2. Savid with the Hisuian Samurott is number 3. Jink 9922 with the Dragapult Pidgeot was number 4. King Heracross would actually take the championship because they'd be 501, which would give them, no, they wouldn't. They would still be below. That would only, no, wait, yeah. They would have 16. Never mind, they would be. So King Heracross wins here. They get it. We actually had a 4-1 drop. You drop right before the last round.
4-1 drop. Interesting. It's getting too late.
Yeah, it's like, it's just not enough.
Oh, double tails.
Double tails.
Fortunately, with only 4 cards left, even if you just Team Yell's cheer here, that puts you above their deck.
Like, oh, there was another fire energy? Oh, they play a 4-4-4.
They play 4-4-4.
Okay.
Gross.
Doesn't matter now.
Yeah. Oh, is that a second Silene?
Yeah, they play 2 Silenes.
Makes sense. That is something you don't want prize. And just like that, I have 4 cards in my deck to your 2. What do you do?
Ray.
Yeah, just still very impressive run though. I'm the Iron Thorns player. It's very cool. Very cool deck. In fact, after this, I'm literally just gonna copy that. I want to try it online.
I know, I'm thinking the same thing. I'm like, man, I want to try that, but I'm trying to get more practice in with Lugia so I can at least break my cup curse. I have like of my last like 12 cups, I have like 9 second places. I'm just like, dang. Come on. But we do see the victory that our opponent did concede. That is it. We have our final standings. We'll go ahead and end up this tournament.
Let's see it.
There it is. King Heracross, number 1. Pawn Art TCG, number 2. So we got Snorlax, number 1. Iron Thorns Dragapult, number 2. Philip Hore with Serena EX. Savid 400 with Hisuian Samurott V-Star. Jink 922 at number 5 with Dragapult Pidgeot. Supercell Cambo at number 6 with Snorlax. Jam 800828 number 7 with Dragapult Dusknoir, and Mamarsh number 8 with a 4-1 drop.
4-1 drop. Making it to top 8. Yeah, Doom, I have to say though, I feel like the players that play in the Doom tournament, especially this one, the Doom Challenge, I think they're just the coolest guys. Top 4 is Snorlax, then everything else is Rogue.
Well, that's what I love.
Samurott.
Yeah, Savid's like the king of Rogue. He brings in the weirdest stuff. Like him and Mysterious Player are like my two of my favorite players to watch because they just bring in the weird stuff. I'm like, wow, that's kind of interesting. They're like, yeah,
I love this top 4. I am literally just gonna copy. Kind of want to play the Hisuian Samurott now, though. That's also cool.
Right? Like, looking at it, like, the one game we watched him was the one game he bricked. I was like, oh, that sucks. But, I mean, it happens. It's not the worst thing.
Weak to grass. That's kind of annoying weakness right now, though.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm going to try it. I'm going to try that first, and then I'm going to play the Iron Thorns.
Hey, it's a good one. So, all right, with that, I'm going to call it a night. How about you?
I'm gonna still keep playing.
Okay, then
My son gets home in an hour, so I have to like log off an hour in 1 hour.
1 hour. All right, well then you know what? I will raid you then. I will send everyone.
Appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Send everyone off to you. So, yeah, I'm calling it a night, and we'll send everyone off to prime time. And I will be back Friday with Tournament of Doom. I do have someone co-casting with me on Friday, and it should be a good one. And hopefully we'll get some good decks, get some good games, and we'll see you then.
Exciting stuff. Thanks for having me, Doom.
Always a pleasure, man.